What is up, my Squirtle Lights? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Destiny. In the last episode, we defeated Critis, the Dark Priestess. And in this episode, we are going to be heading on up here because we have just received a brand new quest after finishing Varix's whole little Reclaiming Europa set of quests. And that is going to start with this one, Old Secrets, New Challenges.
I spent thousands of hours, countless staff on this battle outlook. And you think you alone can keep the Vex from scaling these two platforms? Since I'd hate to waste another exomind, I'll give you a tip. The cube overhead is something of a nerve center for the Vex. Hit it to buy yourself some time.
Okay, so the character that was just talking there, that's Clovis, all right? We're going to be meeting Clovis a little bit more here relatively soon. These are Bray Tech simulations, and this one is known as Safeguard. The reason we're doing this one first is because, well, these simulations kind of rotate weekly, so whichever one we get is kind of random, unfortunately. Now, Safeguard is very simple. We just have to stop the Vex from climbing up on the platforms, which really just amounts to stopping the Wyverns from getting up on the platforms, because everything else in these is not really all that big of a threat. Like Clovis said, if we want to freeze all of the Vex in place for a little bit, all we have to do is shoot one of those cubes, and it will knock them out for the time being, allowing you to do a little bit of extra damage and kill them all. As the Wyverns climb up onto these steps, the simulated ziggurat stability percentage, which is currently at 100, will continue to count down over time. You are going to want to kill those Wyverns as quickly as possible, and then it will regenerate. This is... I should say this, all of the simulations are incredibly different from one another. So this one, Safeguard, is nothing like the other two, which I believe are agility and survival. And they'll all make sense in due time as we do them. But I am going to specifically use the shatter damage to kill these Wyverns. I'm going to use that one to then get this guy as I shoot a rocket launcher at him. And then we can work on the rest of these kind of systematically. Luckily, there's only 2 Wyverns per phase, which is not too bad, but you're going to have to kind of move back and forth between the different sides, taking each and every single one of these out. So after we do this one this week, we're going to be dealt with another simulation next week, and of course you will see that in the next episode, as this one is going to be pretty darn short, because this is, I would say, by far the easiest of the 3 simulations. That said, there is one climactic finale to it all, so do keep that in mind. All right, I think as soon as the Wyverns spawn this time, I am going to immediately stall all of them. So I'm going to use that rocket launcher on you. I'm going to use that one on you. Kill basically everything, and I'm going to save the rest of my rocket launcher shots for the end of this thing. But we still have goblins to worry about, and they can absolutely hurt the stability of the ziggurat, but they are so slow, and they are so meandering, and they get so distracted by you that they will sometimes even opt to walk towards you as opposed to the ziggurat itself, that you really just don't even have to worry about them. Trust me, it's just the Wyverns. The Wyverns move a lot faster, they are a lot harder to take down, they are in general really the only threat here. At least for this part. So we've almost got super as well, which I am also going to be saving. I'm going to try to get some stasis damage in here. There we go. And now I can start using my weapon here, which I know I am getting so unbelievably close at being able to... Hold on. Oh, that was a reverse Uno card if I've ever seen one. I wish I would have done a little more damage, but oh well. We got it. Oh, don't you dare. Yeah, you can absolutely shoot them out of their... charging animation, so make sure you do that when possible. Okay, we are so close with this catalyst, it is not even funny. I want it so bad. Alright, there we go, and that should be it for all of them. Now we're going to want to turn our attention towards the portal, because this is where the rest of this is going to go down. So get ready. So we have 2 of these things that we can use to our advantage. However, not only are Wyverns going to spawn in, we're also going to get some Cyclops spawning in. Now, I'm going to take out the Wyverns as quickly as I can, because they are the biggest threat here, I think. Let's get them out with each rocket here. I'm actually going to throw a super on top of those ones, and then I'm going to kill this guy. Because the Ziggurat can still absolutely be attacked during this time period, but once we get the Gate Lord down to a low enough health, that is when the Cyclopses are going to start spawning in. So I'm going to actually try to get a few orbs here, because I am a madman, There we go. And now let me hit these guys with my shotgun damage so I can get Demolitionist going. Okay, let's stop him in his tracks. There we go. There we go. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Now, I am going to shoot as soon as these guys spawn in. I'm going to shoot that one down immediately so we can freeze them. Hit the Gate Lord with our Godslayer warheads. Blow all of you up with that. And now I am going to, for you, try to shatter all that damage. Thank you. Now let's focus on the Cyclopses. Watch out for them because they do hurt really badly, even though they are kind of pushovers in other ways. Now let's start doing rocket launcher damage. There we go. Shoot the next one. Conflux vulnerable. I am now going to use this opportunity. Oh, don't you be turning around on me. To rush him. And we almost got him. There we go. That's it. And once you've done that, these guys are going to despawn.
Quite the resilient little soldier, aren't you? Don't take too much pride in that. Cockroaches share the same trait.
There it is, the first one done. Now we need to return to the Exo Stranger in Charon's Crossing. Wait, Charon's Crossing? Shouldn't she be in Beyond? She absolutely is in Beyond. That is a typo. Holy crap, I have never seen that before. I didn't even know that was in this game. Wow. Can't believe there's actually a typo. Exo training protocols, huh? Seems to be right to investigate. Engage with them whenever you'd like, but keep their existence safe from house salvation. We must not give them even a single ledge from which to pull themselves up. And just like that, we now have Exo challenges available to us every single week. Now, I believe they can be accessed from the director at a given point in time, but I do believe that's going to require us to complete more salvage missions. Now, I should probably talk about those really quickly before we call this an episode, because this is kind of the last thing that I want to discuss here in this regard. We're going to start working on exotic quests next time and more focusing on those. Also going to passively work on Born in the Darkness and all of the Umbral fragment-based stuff as well, but that's going to be kind of more done off-screen than anything. But as well talk to you guys about everything we can get in terms of Varrix's challenges here. And this is, I think, where the real quote-unquote grind comes from. It's not necessarily a grind, but it is the stuff that's going to... It kind of builds upon itself. Let me explain. So let's... Or sorry, I keep saying salvage. Sabotage quests. So... Here Always pieces are things that we have been getting throughout Europa. These are a specific currency that are specifically used to unlock these things here. We got Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3, and these are all important. And you can see what they give you. Upwards Tier 3 powerful Europa gear unlocks ability to earn Here Always pieces by defeating combatants with stasis. This one makes the first Empire Hunt quest of the week cost no Here Always pieces. They have all these different conditions, and these are all going to build upon each other as they go. There's a lot of these that make it easier to get Here Always pieces, and thus allow you to unlock more sabotage quests. You have to be very smart in the way you pick these up, and I would highly recommend going after ones that give you lots of Here Always pieces fastest first. So, for instance, I'm going to grab this one because it allows me to get lots of Here Always pieces from stasis. So now I need to get stasis kills to get it, and so on and so forth. You are going to continue to get better rewards for all the things you do on Europa through these. Some examples of this are going to include like bonus Here Always pieces from doing lost sectors or things like that. One of the lost sectors you do every week is actually going to drop a weapon for you. You can do repeatable Empire hunts to target farm specific weapons. You can actually do specific quests centered around the different European weapons. You can unlock the weekly rotating Bray Exoscience challenges and all this sort of stuff. This is all stuff that you're going to be able to get as you go, but it requires lots of playing around in Europa. Now, like I said, all this stuff can be completed if you target farm it relatively quickly, because as you go, you are going to be getting these Here Always pieces faster. When I say faster, I'm talking... When I stopped playing the Beyond Light quest on my main account, the Beyond Light expansion, and expansion, I should remind you, I don't think I played as much as something like Forsaken, or even this latest one, the Witch Queen, and possibly Lightfall. I'm recording all this stuff before Lightfall comes out, I should add. But even then, I played Beyond Light maybe only more than Shadowkeep, and with that said, I ended Beyond Light with like 15,000 Here Always pieces unspent, not counting the ones that I've actually used on other various things to farm stuff. That's how abundant they become. And luckily, they don't take up space in like your inventory or anything, so it's not a huge deal to have so many, but you can get these extremely easily. So I would recommend finding the avenues that give you lots of Here Always pieces first, and then slowly working your way up. Each of these are going to cost 30, each of these are going to cost 20, and each of these are going to cost 10. Does that make sense? Work your way through all of those, and eventually you will be able to unlock basically everything on Europa and fully unlock the potential of the Beyond Light expansion. Guys, with all of that said, that is going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Destiny. Thank you all so very much for watching. Next time, we are going to be finally working on Lost Lament. We're going to focus on this quest in particular. There's going to be other things that get done in the process. Don't you worry. I am going to also spend some time off screen working on Born in Darkness, Umbral Incursions, Umbral Flames. We will probably also have a second set of 2 fragment quests by that point, because literally tomorrow I'm going to have a whole new, it's a whole new reset. So I will have a whole bunch of stuff available to us. So guys, that's going to be it. I will see you all in the next one.